Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how I process my vanilla beans, which I just got in the mail today. This is 10 ounces of Madagascar grade A vanilla beans. Very nice. I have a bowl set up here that I'm going to put my ends in. I have some quart jars to put my beans in. I have my sugar, and I have my Himalayan salt over here. The alcohol that I will be using today is 360 double chocolate flavored vodka. And that's what that looks like. I already have vanilla extract going in vodka and bourbon. And so today I thought I would do something a little more desserty. So I also have my knives here, 2 different knives. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. Rip the package open. I weighed them on my scale and it is 10.2 ounces. So I'm going to put them out here on my cutting tray. Put a couple more in there. Now, as you can see in the bag, there's a lot of vanilla oils in there. And rather than waste that, I'm going to put some sugar in there and put it in a jar so that it gets all of that good vanilla flavor out of the bag and makes vanilla sugar. That's not the only way that I'm going to be making vanilla sugar today, though. So hold on here. I'll just lay that aside for now. And what I want to do is go through and I'm going to take the ends off on the beans. I'm just going to line them up like this and cut their ends off. And these little ends that are left that I'm taking off are going to go in the bowl. And they'll be used for vanilla sugar and vanilla salt. And then I'm going to take my knife and just slice through to break that bean open to where the beautiful caviar is inside, you can see. Let me get a little closer here. Isn't that gorgeous? And that will come out in the process while it's extracting. And you can also use that in your desserts, frostings, and things like that. So that's handy to have there. And I'm going to go ahead and get these all cut up, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay, I have all of that done, and this is the amount of ends that I got from those vanilla beans. Now, when you're making vanilla, there's a lot of videos going around on YouTube that say, get any kind of jar, throw in 2 beans and a bunch of alcohol, fill it full, and in 6 weeks you're going to have vanilla extract. No, that is very wrong. Don't listen to them. They're setting you up for failure. It takes 1 full ounce of vanilla beans per cup, full cup of alcohol in order to make a single fold of vanilla. If you want a double fold of vanilla, then it's 2 ounces of beans per cup of alcohol. If you want a triple fold, it's 3 ounces of vanilla beans per 1 cup of alcohol. So a couple beans in a quart jar is not going to make you vanilla, just so you know. Okay? This right here, like I said, is 10 ounces of vanilla. I'm not going to use all of it for extract, but for now I put it all in the jar because I'm going to make vanilla paste with some of it also. And you have to let it set in alcohol for a week. So I'm just going to go ahead and start it all out together in here. I'm using my 360 double chocolate. And I'm going to go ahead and open that up here. And pour it in. That smells pretty good. The thing to remember is you want to cover your beans entirely and not have any beans sticking up out of the top of the alcohol. So that right there is ready to start brewing. And I'm going to take my lid. Let me get my right lid here. And the way I do it, now not everybody does this. I'm going to make sure that's dry, okay? Not everybody does this. This speeds up the process a little bit. And some of the vanilla that I started just a few weeks ago already has a very strong vanilla scent and taste. So it does speed it up quite a bit. On your extract, in clear alcohols, it's going to take approximately 12 months of setting this jar in a cool, dry place and shaking it up daily. And then after the first month to a month and a half, you can go to every other day of shaking. But you want to make sure to keep shaking your jars. In a colored alcohol such as rum, whiskey, things like that, dark colored alcohols, it's going to take 18 to 24 months in order to make your extract. So bear that in mind when you're starting out. If you're wanting to hurry up and make some Christmas gifts, you're going to have to write on the label that it's not going to be ready for a year, or if you're using a dark alcohol, up to 2 years. So I'm going to get my food saver attachment here. And pop this on the lid like this. And then I'm going to turn my food saver unit on. Pull out my attachment. And put it on top here. And I'm going to suck the air out of the jar and seal that lid. You don't have to do this. This is just something that I do that I saw on the videos for Clement Family Farms, and it does speed up the process. Like I said, you don't have to do this. You can see the bubbles coming up. Okay, it's finished. Now I'm going to take that off. You heard it release there. Whoops. And take this off, and our lid is sealed. See there? Nice seal. So then I'm just going to put the band back on it for storage, and then every day I'm going to give it a shake. Shake it up real good. That gets those beans in there rubbing up against each other, as well as pulling some of that caviar out of the beans, which is why we sliced through them to help pull that out and flavor the extract. And you can already see it's starting to get color in there because it's bringing that caviar out, and also with the vacuum sealing. When you vacuum seal and each day you go to shake your beans, you're going to take that off, and you're going to take your lid off, and you're going to shake it, and then take that off and give it a good shake. Take your lid off and then smell it, see how it's doing, taste it if you want, and from there then you will go ahead and reseal it. So I'm going to take this off just to show you. I shook it, I took that off, and then I'm going to reseal it. I'm going to change lids here. That one was a little dirty on the outside. Had a little bend on it. Not that it's going to hurt anything because it did make a perfect seal. There go the bubbles up. And it's ready. Take that off. And we have a perfect seal. So there's our jar for today. We're through with this. This will go in the cabinet with the other vanillas that I have going. And tomorrow I'll take it out and shake it, take the lid off, smell it, and put the lid back on and seal it again. Every time that you take that seal off and put it back on, it helps those beans to expand and contract and rubs them together a little more and gets more of that flavor out. So that's a pretty good thing. Now, with our tips, we're going to take these two jars, one for sugar and one for salt. We'll start the salt first. I'm going to pour some down in the jar. And then I'm going to get some of these awesome tips and put in there. And then, see them in there on the salt? Put a little more salt. And some more tips. Now you're probably wondering, vanilla salt? What are you going to do with vanilla salt? Vanilla salt is good for when you're baking. You can put the vanilla salt in to give your recipe a little more vanilla flavor. If you are making savory meats, you can use the vanilla salt in with your savory meat, and it will help to bring the flavor out so wonderfully. It's really, really nice. I'm going to break that salt up a little more here. Pour it in my jar. Some more tips here. And have some more salt over here. I'm going to turn the spoon around and break that chunk up. Now you're going to shake your vanilla sugar and vanilla salt each day, just like you do with the extract. You're going to notice that it's going to clump together because of the fact that the beans are so moist. Even these tips are super moist. You can see in the bowl here how we've got the vanilla oil in the bottom of the bowl. So just break that loose and give it a good shake each day. There's the rest of my salt. And I will put the lid on that. And that one can go in the cabinet. And next I'm going to do the vanilla sugar. So I've got my sugar here. You can use any sweetener you wish. If you don't use sugar, you can use monk fruit or Truvia or anything like that. I've got some Truvia here, but unfortunately I don't have enough left in the bag to make a batch, so I will use Truvia next time. But what you do is just put your sugar in the jar, add some tips in there, and keep layering it like that. This vanilla sugar is fantastic. I've had some going for about 2 weeks, And I've been using it in my coffee and using it in baking and things. And the flavor in just 2 weeks is so amazing. Put the rest of those right in there. It doesn't matter if they're off-sided a little. It's gonna get shook up every day anyway. I'm gonna just fill this the rest of the way. Leave a little head space. That way you have room to shake. Put the lid on it. And that's ready to go. So in just a few minutes, the longest thing was cutting the ends and slicing halfway through on the beans. But now we've got extract going, we've got vanilla salt going, and we've got vanilla sugar going. And in a few days, I will take some of the beans out of the extract jar, and I will make vanilla paste. And I will record that to show you also. So enjoy working with your vanilla, and definitely enjoy being able to have your own. The price of vanilla is going so high, real vanilla in the stores, and has so many additives and things in there. And believe it or not, they even put caramel color, which of course is not good for you. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Many blessings.